Jesus said, I am the and the light. God's paradise cycle, not ghost particulars of night. I gave up that ghost, Eloi, Eloi, lama sabachthani, and owls. I'll follow them out of the dark. My Father shined on me. I am the way in all of His might. All eyes on me within your sight. I am the light. Jesus said, I'm the way, and the light. God's heart is cycle, not those particulars of night. I gave up that ghost till I belong on the side of my funny. Those eyes are dark, my Father shine on me. I am the way, in all of His might. All eyes on me within your sight.
I am the light.
You are the light.
I am the light. I am the light.
Jesus said, I am the will and the light. God's part of cycle, not ghost particulars of night. I gave up that ghost, Eloi, Eloi, lama sabachthani. Those eyes from out of dark, my Father shined on me. I am the way in all of His might. All eyes on me within your sight. I am the light. Jesus said, I'm the way, and the light. God's part of cycle, not those particulars of night. I gave up that ghost till I belong on the side of my funny. Those eyes are dark, my Father shine on me. I am the way, in all of His might. All eyes on me within your sight. You are the light, all the light. I am the light. I am the light. Jesus said, I'm the way, and the light. God's part of cycle, those particulars of night. I gave up that ghost till I belong on the side of my funny. Those eyes are dark, my Father shine on me. I am the way, in all of His might. All eyes on me within your sight. You are the light, all
Now I'ma
the
say
light.
goodnight. Say goodnight. Go light. Go light. Go light. Go light. Go light. Go light. Greater light. You are the light. Greater light. Greater light. Let me get this party started off right. Let me get this party started quickly. What, Grandma? This is your second time here today. You got to do a whole new intro. But the party started quickly, right? Come on and say that he will. He'll do the best for Phil. I don't want to lose some. I don't want to lose his love. Look, you are the light. There are those who came before you in flesh to battle against the flesh and blood. So that when Dr. Martin Luther King had a dream and said he dreams of the day, and United States followed him up in front of the obelisk and said, yes, you chant the spell. We dream of the day that you will not be judged by the color of your skin. They don't care nothing about your skin color, where you from. You are being judged by the content of your character. Jesse, I don't know about this. Why they put that in my script? Only God can judge you by the content of your character. That sound like they trying to judge your light. Nope. He had a dream. You're going to be judged by your light code, huh? And that's what we living in. You don't want to believe it's in the Bible, then believe that Dr. Martin Luther King said it. Those who have a dream, huh? They say the United States was built on Field of Dreams. And it was created off of an idea. Idea. My grandson loved to say that. Idea. What's the mission? Idea. Well, they got ideas for you, huh? And you don't have to believe it. It's happening. My mind is God's mind. I'm a My mind is God's mind. I'm always reflecting divine wisdom and divine intelligence. My brain symbolizes the capacity to think wisely and spiritually. As I am within my mind in perfect sequence. I'm always poised, balanced, serene, and calm because I know God has provided the perfect solution to every single one of my needs. You could say amen. You could say Selah. You could say Unshamalama. You could say nothing because you don't even believe in God. That's fine. Every knee will bow, every tongue will confess. I say, God, you promise God is keeping his promises to me. I don't know about you, God keeping his promises to me. All right, I came back. I'm worn out today, too. I'm worn out right now. My granddaughter, she had plans. She said, yep, grandma, dance lessons. Let's go ahead and get this Psalms 119 dance together, grandma. Let's get this together. Then she's composing a song and she made me learn how to play it on the steel drum while she was playing the violin. She said, okay, she stood over me until I got it right. This song that she has composed. And now she has the staff sheet about to write it out. She said, you got it, grandma, that's it. Wait, nope. She taught me how to play her song. And the thing is, I called myself, when I got off the live earlier, going and doing the Psalm 119. I do it in the morning now when I arise, but I don't have it done to perfection, or what I would call perfection, to pass it on to the world just yet. But I gave you an idea through the words. You could create your own style of dance to 119. But then, so I was already, my body already sore for these past few days, flapping these wings. I left to the right, reverse. I left to the left, all left. I left, all left to the right. Uh, and when she got in the door, she was ready. I like, oh boy. But I'm going to do it anyways. And then, you know, I'm so glad I don't have to refresh her memory to try to reteach her of things that is within her DNA, but she has picked up on her own, that I got to re-educate her when she come from these schools trying to tell her that we came off of boats. I'm going to say, let me tell you something. Your great great grandma just transitioned, and according to her, we didn't come off no boats. According to both sides of your family, we didn't come off no boats. And the in-laws side from Tennessee, they didn't come off no boats. And the only ones in your family and bloodline that came off a boat, they was in charge of the boats. That's the Smith lines that came out of Ireland. And my mother has made sure she has done her research. 23 and Me getting shut down for they trying to lie, deceive, and trick people. Huh? But I'm so glad I don't have that. She was like, "That's right, Grandma." And then she started telling me a little bit more. And I said, that's right. You didn't come off no boats. And I said, now the reason why all the land and property that's in our family line on the islands, which our family has a lot of land, whole islands to themselves. The reason why grandma isn't on that land is because of Grammy our 12 fingers, because we're not indigenous to the land. The side we chose kingdom of heaven and earth, and to not be attached to the land. Even on my godparents, somebody was on Smoke Signal the other day talking about the Mackies. Right now, if I wanted to, could go to that land based on my godparents and my place of birth on the Treasure Coast, as a matter of fact. And the natives connected to the sister island of St. George, but they are locked up under the UK authority, even though they're free. And then my brother, the prince, the prince, the menaces, the prince of Bahamas. I said, so see, baby, don't let them teachers try to persuade you and teach you anything different. You are royalty and get to choose which way to go. Ah, you get to choose in these last days of a choice. So and we went on with our conversation, and she made me learn how to play the song that she's composed on the steel drums while she played the band. And we my dance to Psalms 119. I was thinking and taking notes throughout our evening. Now y'all know today is my Sabbath day. Those who have been walking along the YouTube stream with me on Mondays, that's my Sabbath. It's my Sabbath. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go back and go live again because I news about Disney. I said, okay, Disney, and I remember I was talking about France the other day. And I was like, okay, Disney, Elon, and all that good stuff, something to keep you paid and see them spin around, trying to point and blame people and trying to see if the story they can't get, what's his name? He can't get the breath out of his mouth to tell them what vote to the Vatican. What's his name? Francis. So, y'all know how I like to relax. See, I put and let my hair down. All this is the relaxing time. I found some good stuff. So even though I wanted to go and talk about France in that type of way, I was taken on a whole nother route. I was taken through some a counting route. Count Monte Cristo. Who? Count Monte Cristo. Anybody remember that story? The thing about it is I always thought that was a made up story. And I know it was connected to Ben Hur and stuff like that, but I thought it was a novel. When I read it, that's what I read it as, not part of true historical, tangible creation through the Knowlton Webb fabrications, right? So I went deep diving. Say, who in the world is Monte Cristo? The mountain of Christ, or the black count? Black count. I was like, yeah, it's one of them stories. That I need to go ahead and read to my grands. Uh, like, don't come. I don't want to hear nothing. I told her, I said, you was not related to Harriet Tubman. I don't care what that Black History program showed. You not related to Harriet Tubman. Uh, sorry. I don't mean that in a bad way. It ain't nothing wrong with Harriet if she existed or if she didn't. He, she, whatever she was. Uh, but if I believe in Harriet Tubman, then I have to go deep diving and believe in that slave narrative that Knowlton Technologies helped create. Um, I'm just saying, you weren't at my live earlier. Go, you don't have to sit here and listen to me. You could go type in Knowlton Technologies. You could go on Federal Register and see what it has to do with New York. Knowlton Technologies. As a matter of fact, didn't Harriet Tubman died in her apartment in the early 1900s or something? Well, no, she died like around the 30s or 40s. What Harriet Tubman? Harriet Tubman died in her apartment in New York. Y'all knew that, right? She stopped going at the Underground Railroad and she transitioned in a little apartment somewhere in New York. Probably after they drew her blood for Knowlton Technologies and pumped it in the water line and the virgin methanol. What are you talking about, Grandma? Look, I'm not going back over that. You go to Federal Register, type in Knowlton, K, like no, not Gnosis, not GN, KNOWLTON. Type in Knowlton Technologies in Federal Register, or you could go straight to Knowlton Technology sites and see. But if you compare, you'll know what I'm talking about. All right, so back to France. So I looked at the part where the fire happened at Epcot Center has something to do with France. They so full of it. They so full of it. They are so full of it. They say we taking grandma on the Easter egg hunt. Y'all ain't taking me on no Easter egg hunt. Because everything I come and touch that don't look right, I'm going to the Bible and read whatever the Bible spells say about it. The Bible say France and those Canaanites will crumble and burn. If it says it. Now, if it says it, then I read it, and there you have it. Those who tricked and killed so many people and lied and told stories to trap them in the entangled web that they have woven. Whatever the spells that they did, I go and I counteracted with what's written in the rightly divided word of truth. And it's happening. God is keeping his promises. Every time I read one, I look, I say, oh, God kept his promise. So again, how did I get the Count of Monte Cristo? I went over to Alaska I went over to Alaska. Y'all know what? In Federal Register right now, there's a document that say that the particular, that's why I played that song, the particular matters is killing people. And I mean, if you go and you look, people are just going away like naturally. They say they don't even know what happened. They was only 23, they was only 45, and they went to sleep and didn't wake up. And I tell you that every time I go outside and breathe whatever's going on in that air that's coming from the winds down from Antarctica, all over, they only warning people in the North Star region of Alaska, Fairbanks, out there on Mount Cristo. Yeah, they only warning them, but they ain't even really warning them. They just put it in Federal Register and say, look, it's serious matters, particular matters that is causing people to not be able to breathe and they can possibly die. And the winds that is coming that way, coming all the way down, and it's spreading like tornado valleys. And we're not going to tell them, we're going to make it think it's pollen because it's so green, it looks like pollen. So we're not going to tell them, because if you go right now over Antarctica, you'll see that same green dust all over the ice in Antarctica, according to the simulation of Google Earth. Y'all know how I love Google Earth and how I like to do. As a matter of fact, let me show you this spaceship right now in that same area that they talk about people can't breathe. Let me tell you the Google Earth and show you ship that's out there right now. Hold up. They ain't gonna let me share the stage. They not gonna let me add it to the stage. Oh, they being funny. They being funny. They not gonna let me add it to the stage. There you go. There you go. Look. Let me show you. Where that spaceship at? Cloak and Dagger too. Where is that? There you go. Y'all see it? Look. Right there. See it? So grandma, that's just a glitch in a program. No, no, it's not. Let me show you the smoke. Let's let's go where the smoke at. Right on top of it. So I can see the smoke. Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? There we are. Okay, here we Fairbanks. This where Ben Hur. This is the Mount Cristo. This where they, what you call it, used to be. This where they Coliseum used to be. They ain't let it show. No, that's a mine, Grandma. Okay, yeah, that's a mine. That's a gold mine. That's what you wanted to be. That's what it is. Here. Let's see if it's gonna clear up. Okay. Yeah, that cleared up. All right. Let me find that smoke. There's some smoke on the mountains right now. And it looked like um hold up. The Cristo Mounds. Okay. There's a creek, Mount Cristo Creek. So grandma, that's just where they mine at. Okay. This is called the this is the North Star area, y'all. The North Star of Alaska. Look at the fox. Look at the fox. Look at Esther. The farmer's loop. The two rivers. There's a river. Does that song say there's a river in the valley and it's bright as a morning star? No, that ain't how the song go. Uh-oh, I got to figure out how that song go, y'all. Where did that smoke go? Oh, I done lost it. I done lost it. Hold up. Let me slow down and concentrate. Let me slow down and concentrate. How did I see that smoke? Nope, it's not here because it's. Y'all give me a minute. There's a river. Pipeline. There's that word pipeline. Fox Range. Where did I see that smoke? Oh man. The Aurora viewing area. Is that clouds? I mean, yeah, these are clouds. Because see, where I was looking was over a mountain, unless that's smoke too. Goodness. Back up, back up. There's the Nile, Delta Junction, Eagle, 40 miles. I'm gonna put on. Hold on. That may help me concentrate a little bit better. And I'm gonna keep it on particular matters so I can remember to show you about the particulate matters. Let me turn it
Jesus
down.
said, I am the and the light. God's part I cycle, not those particulars of night.
Okay, here we go. Let's get to it. Let's go back and find that smoke. Said I'm the way. Killers. And is guess what meant for my eyes only. But where they wrote it, they go North Pole, and Moses Creek. Fairbanks, Alaska. Oh, that's a moose. Where did I see that? It might be over here somewhere. Uh-uh. Mm-mm. I mean, that's smoke or clouds, but that ain't it. It was a crack in the mountain, y'all. A crack in the mountain, not far from that cloaked up spaceship. Goodness, I should have filmed it. Uh, all right. So since I can't find here at the North Star, um, and I left it there, I can't find the smoke that's in the crack of the mountain talking about. So here we go. Federal Register. Um, share this tab and give me a minute because I don't want to lose this page right here either. This one have to do with France again. Okay, go back. Austria, France, West Point. And let me make this a little bit easier. I ain't forgot time for all that because I want to read that story about the Black Count. Fairbanks, North Pole. And the newest one right here. So here's the document that led me to Monte Cristo. This is the document that led me to Monte Cristo. So it says here, Fairbanks North Star Borough. And they give out this 2006 24-hour PM 2.5 series. This PM means particulate matters. Particulate matters. Serious area in the plan. And see the sulfur dioxide precursor? This is one of them documents where the Environmental Protection Agency, they supposed to also have environmental impact warning. But they just put it here in this document. Right here. Serious, classified as a serious non-attainment area by operation of law. They talked about how serious it is and how much they've been watching it. Are they talking about serious, where that is the original place of the pyramids and why they named it Monte Cristo in the first place? And remember, for a while, all that was covered in ice. Y'all remember that, right? Nobody remember that. I remember. It was all covered in ice. And now it's rumbling and smoke coming from cracked up parts in the mountain. And they say in here the effects that it have on the people. Look at this. Ooh. They gave a whole warning. The chemicals, what's about to happen, how it's about to happen, how much time people got left and all up there. But they don't feel like it's serious enough to tell them to leave. Look at that. Areas, space heating, space wood, space oil, space coal, other, the whole while. Trump and Elon them trying to figure out how they gonna divide it up amongst themselves. They want to make sure France don't get no part of it. But the French government, they came over here and said, move over. Look at that. Move, Trump. Don't make you look bad. Remember, you still down with YMCA and what Napoleon did. And when you sat there in Notre Dame under our cathedral and placed your bids and your bets, you wasn't slick talking then. So this is how I found my way over to Monte Cristo. This information that they have here, it's supposed to extend all the way to Missouri. Whatever effects that they gonna do, they got it. How it's projected, how far across, how many areas it's gonna be affected and all. And it is a serious risk. I'm not making this up. I'm not exaggerating. You can read it for yourself. And then there's some part where it says the breathing effects. People who even going to be in the outskirts in certain areas, how the breathing in the air is at a serious critical level. As a matter of fact, there's somebody who's involved in this. Their name is Israel Goodman, if I'm not mistaken. I cannot remember the name. Or that has to do with another document that had to do with France. Israel Goodman. If you want to know what particulate matters are, you could go right here to EPA, Environmental Protection Agency, and see what it means. What are the harmful effects of particulate matters? Oh, they just talking about smoke particles and all that. Whatever particles they talking about, it's at a serious critical level over there at the North Star, or the the North Star borough. Look at how it reads. 24-hour fine particulate matters. That means how many 24 hours? How many 24 hours are they talking about? Fairbanks moderate plan for area of non-attainment. People in that area, along with the people of Hawaii, y'all need to have a backup plan, have some canoes, call Root Word, and get you some some kayaks. Get you some kayaks. Get ready. Because they telling you what they going to do. Don't come crying 3 months later. That's like all the different documents that I've showed y'all time, even before this stuff happened in California. I said, hey, y'all better go look. Type in your area. Type in your name of where you at. And be prepared. Because they telling you what they going to do to the area. Especially since they bidding on particular properties. Remember, Trump's granddaddies and great-great-granddaddies got their starts with their businesses and hotels right out of Alaska. Y'all forgot that story? Y'all didn't forget that, did you? The Mount Cristo in the physical plane and take you to a novel about the Black Count. Ship sitting on the same mountain where the smoke was. But they put this document out here on when was this document released for public eyes and public view? Oh, I'm showing you an old one. That's why I'm showing you the oldest one. Let me go back. Where's the newest one? Oh man. Did they do the same thing they did to me yesterday? Move the newest one? Oh man. Oh, goodness. Let me see something. Take that out of there. There it is. There it is. There's the newest one. Now that one that I just showed you, it took a minute before I could even show you where it said the warning to the people, right? About the breathing effects. But let me show you. See if I can show. Weatherization. Air. Mm-mm. Look at the name there. There go those Swami people. All the Prime Minister Modi people in head of every single department that's come to cause destruction and entrapment to the people. I I don't mean that in no kind of negative way. It just is what it is. It is what it is. It's that's what's happening. Now look at his profile. I don't know which one is the real one, but one of these Krishna Vuswami Swami is head over that notice of air radiation division and the serious effect over the North Star Borough. Prime Minister Modi, you is not the boss, okay? You don't have the last say, so I don't care what your people are planning. So let me get out of here. Let me get out of here. I just want y'all to see how I got to the Black Count. Let me read. Relax my mind. That's what I really wanted to come on here and do, was do some reading. And let me I done came back. I done came back to go to the mountain, y'all. You know I don't want to let it go. Where I seen that. Is that it? That's it right there. There it go. I knew I was gonna find it. I got more than it was earlier. Uh-oh. They ain't gonna let me get in there. Yeah, there you go. Ah, they won't let me get in there. Yeah, they done made it look too animated now. They say, Grandma in here, y'all. Fix it back. Fix it back. Grandma in here sneaking around and look at y'all. Get her up out of here. Get get her up out of here, y'all. Look at that old. Look. Get Grandma up out of here. Make it animated as much as possible. We cannot. She done spotted some of the. Look at that wishbone. They done even made Monte Cristo look different. This Monte Cristo right here, y'all. Y'all know the story of Ben Hur. Just uh, that's a mine, Grandma. That's a silver mine. That's a gold mine. Whatever mine it is. That's Monte Cristo. Why they named it Monte Cristo? Huh? Why they named it after the Black Mount? The Black Count. What Black Count? Uh, they wrote him out of the books. King Louis made sure he was written out of the books. Napoleon, do you understand that the Vatican made sure they said we don't want this story of this Christ roaming around nowhere. Tell. We definitely don't need them to know that when he took a ship from Haiti and came up here to conquer and tell us to leave the islands alone. We got to change up the story. And we gonna call the story. We gonna make Charleston Heston act the movie and we gonna call it Ben Hur. Then we gonna redo it and let Morgan Freeman look like Jesus, but somebody else gonna play the role of Jesus. Monte Cristo. Matter of fact, we gonna make sure Morgan Freeman had green eyes and dreadlocks in the new version of Ben Hur. Charleston Heston didn't do it good enough. Uh, we need to retell the story of Monte Cristo in so many different ways that you would not believe the real saying. You try to no, that's not what I'm saying. I just gonna read. Let me read. Let me read. Let's read. Okay. The Black Count. Now I know I got to turn the music off. I don't have to, but I'd like to. The black count. You don't want to be black. I told my grandma, I said, if they try to call you black or African American, you already know. Grandma already done told you your history, your lineage. We have pictures and paperwork to prove it. Huh? No, you don't have to argue with the teachers or anything. But if they say you are black or you are African American, you already know that that's not the truth. Okay? But let's say, for the sake of Dr. Martin Luther King, who said, one day you will not be judged by black, brown, or copper, or white, or olive, or yellow, or whatever color of the spectrum that your skin may be, that you will be judged by light. He said, one day you will not be judged by the color of your skin. You will be judged by the content of your character. And if you think that they are battling you now these days based on the color of your skin, then you definitely didn't believe in Dr. Martin Luther King's I say to you today, my friends, even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. And what is the American dream? It is a workforce that looks like America. What does America look like? It don't look like the Maru Rika ways way back then. It don't look like you should have been there 10,000 years. It don't look like that no more. It don't look like the 1.5 billion years ago when Judah stood on this side, and then in the 1700s the sheriffs them came over and took it and they gave it back to Jamaica. I'm just saying, it don't look like that no more. But for the sake of all that, I'm going to read the black count. Okay? All right, let's read. Let's read. Until I get tired. I might read 3 pages, or I might read a whole chapter. I might read 2 or 3 chapters. Y'all have been on here with me. And sometimes I've read and gone into almost 2 hours of reading. It just depends. I might see something I don't like and be like, that's it. I don't want to read no more. I'm done. Good night, sweetheart. Can France, uh, y'all know the other day I showed you France and Canaan coming to France. And let me tell you something. The Messianic people out of the way it'll fit like Juju gonna send me a remark in today's mail talking about, hey, Abigail, can you judge the Canaanites? What do the Canaanites look like? I said, nah, I know they listening to me. Nah, I know they was one of the people listening to me. Because where that come from? Ain't you supposed to be sitting and sending me stuff based on what your knowledge is? Not trying to question what I got going on over here. Because if you listen to the whole stream, you'll know my answer. You won't sit sending me no messages. Let me tell you exactly what it said before I go and read. It says, let me read this email. They gonna send me a map and everything, because y'all know what I showed y'all where France, the name of the Canaanites coming out of France yesterday. I'm serious, I can't make this up. Look, they sent me a whole map trying to show me something. And now I know they listening. It says, well, Abigail, where did the Canaanites go? Are they alive today? And how do we help them find Joshua? If you were listening to me, then you'll know. You ain't gonna send me no information like this. You ain't gonna come questioning me. You gonna say, hey, y'all, look what grandma said. Because according to y'all timeline, to the ones who sent me these messages, your timeline only go back 6,000 years. My timeline says Jesus was here 10,000 years ago, and it was on this side, drinking of the wine. So I don't know what you're talking about. According to Federal Register, the Canaanites out of France is in their Federal Register documents, their tablets of the Federal Register documents. So let's go. Let's read. The black count. February 26, 1806. It was early midnight on the night of February 26, 1806. And Alexandre Dumas, I knew someone, their middle name Dumas, the future author of Count of Monte Cristo and the Three Musketeers, was asleep at his uncle's house. He was not yet 4 years old. He was staying there because his father was gravely ill and his mother thought it was best for him not to be at home. As the clock struck, he was awakened by a loud knock. By the light of a lamp that burned by the bedside, he saw his cousin sit up, visibly frightened. Alexandre got out of bed. He recalled in his memoirs 40-some years later. My cousin called me. Where are you going? You'll see, I replied quickly. I'm going to open the door for Daddy, who's coming to say goodbye. The poor girl jumped out of bed, greatly alarmed, grabbed me as I put my hand on the doorknob and forced me back in bed. I struggled in her arms, shouting with a loud strength, "Goodbye, Daddy! Goodbye, Daddy!" The next morning, the adults came to wake the children, and one of them told Alexandre the news that his father has died during the night. My daddy is dead, I said. What does that mean? It means that you won't see him again. What do you mean I won't see Daddy again? Why won't I see him? Because God has taken him back from you. Forever? Forever. And you say that I'll never see him again? Never at all? Never at all. And where does God live? He lives in heaven. I thought hard about this for a minute, even as a young girl, even deprived for of reason. I understood not something irreversible had happened in my life. Then, taking advantage of the first moment when they stopped paying attention to me, I got away from my uncles and ran straight to my mother's house. All the doors were open. All faces were frightened. One felt that death was there. I went in without anyone noticing or seeing me. I found a little room where the weapons were kept. I shouldered a gun that belonged to my father, and which he had often promised to give me when I got older. Then, armed with his gun, I climbed the stairs. On the second floor, I met my mother on the landing. She had just left the death chamber. Her face was set with tears. Where are you going? She asked me, surprised to see me there. Then, when she thought I was at my uncle's, I'm going to heaven, I replied. What do you mean you're going to heaven? Let me pass. And what will you do in heaven, my poor child? I'm going to kill God who killed my daddy. Mother seized me in her arms, squeezing me so tight I thought I would suffocate. Alexandre Dumas wrote those lines when he had just turned 45 and had decided it was time to reflect on his life. He never got past chronicling his 31st year, which was well before he had published a word as a novelist. Yet he spent more than the first 200 pages on a story that it is a fantastic is as fantastic of any of his novels. The life of his father, General Alexandre Alex Dumas, a black man from the colonies who narrowly survived the French Revolution and rose to command 50,000 men. The chapters of General Dumas are drawn from the reminiscence of his mother and his father's friends, and from official documents and letters he obtained from his mother and French Ministry of War. It is a raw and pungent attempt at biography full of gaps, omissions, and recreations of scenes and dialogues, but it is sincere. The story of his father ends with this scene of his death, the point at which the novelist begins his own life. For anyone skeptical that a boy so young could recall such detail, Dumas responded through the lips of the character Heidi, a white slave, and the Count of Monte Cristo. Heidi's father died when she was 4, betrayed and murdered by one of the main villains in the novel. After speaking movingly of her father, she tells the Count, "I was 4 years old. But as the events held a supreme importance for me, not one detail has left my mind, not one feature has escaped from my memory. To remember a person is to remember a person is the most important thing in the novels of Alexandre Dumas. The worst sin anyone can commit is to forget." The word I like that. The worst sin that anyone can do is to forget. And that takes me along to the bedside of my grandmother. The villains of the Count of Monte Cristo do not murder the hero, Edmond Dantes. They have him thrown into a dungeon where he is forgotten by the world. They have him thrown into a dungeon where he is forgotten by the world. The heroes of Dumas never forget anything or anyone. Dantes has a perfect memory for the details of every field of human knowledge, for the history of the world, and for everyone he has encountered in his life. If you are here with me listening to this story, listen to the story as if it is a reflection of something that has happened in your life or around you, or in connection to you and me, or you and I. If you choose to, you don't have to. Because when I look at this part of the story right here, my mind automatically goes to Dr. Malachi Z. York. This right here, the worst sin anyone can commit is to forget. The villains of Count of Monte Cristo do not murder the hero, Edmond Dantes. They have him thrown into a dungeon where he is forgotten by the world. The heroes of Dumas never forget anything or anyone. Dantes has a perfect memory for the details of every field of human knowledge, for the history of the world, and for everyone he has encountered in his life. When he confronts them one by one, he finds that the assassins of his identity have forgotten the very fact that he existed, and thus the fact of their crime. I undertook the project of reconstructing the life of the forgotten hero, General Alexandre Dumas, because of that passage of his own son's memoirs. When I read, "When I was a boy, and I have always remembered." I am afraid the situation is most delicate. The deputy mayor was saying to me as most unfortunate. Fabrice Dufour, the deputy mayor of the cobblestone town of Villers-Corte or Corte, Villers-Corte, wore a painted expression. He was in charge of the town's cultural heritage, with notwithstanding its modest appearance was considerable. It included a brief moment at the center of the power of Ancien Regime France. Ancien means ancient regime, the ancient regime of France, when, upon the death of Louis the 14th in 1715, his nephew Felipe, the Duke d'Orleans, the regent of the 5-year-old Louis the 15th, decided the court should spend as much time here as possible. This gray little town, 50 miles north of Paris, acquired an outside reputation for royal scandal, misbehavior, and debauchery, which in the 18th century France was saying something. The early Renaissance chateau looming over the office where I sat, I had been the scene of a new dinner parties and large-scale orgies involving bondage, the coming of royals and townsfolks, and the help of professionals, both male and female. These festivities were referred to as Adam and Eve nights, and one courtier, court, courtier recalled that after the campaign, the lights were turned out, or after the champagne, the lights were turned out, and the unclothed company proceeded to indulge in mutual flagellation, seeking their partners as the fortune of the dark dictated, and with a thoroughness which diverted his highness immensely. Years later, Louis the 16th, the shy, awkward husband of Marie Antoinette, was said to blush if he so much as heard the town's name, which he wouldn't have often after 1723. When the regent died and the focus of court life moved back to Versailles, the town would really only be heard from again because of the man I had come to learn about, who had Alex Dumas, was a consummate warrior and a man of great conviction and moral courage. He was renowned for his strength, his swordsmanship, his bravery, and his knack for pulling victory out of the toughest situations. But he was known too for his profane backtalk and his problems with authority. He was a soldier's general, feared by the enemy and loved by his men, a hero in the world that did not use the term lightly. But then, by the wiles of conspiracy, he found himself imprisoned in a fortress and poisoned by unknown enemies, without hope of appeal and forgotten by the world. It was no accident that his fate sounds like that of a young sailor named Edmond Dantes, about excuse me, to embark on a promising career and marry the woman he loves, who finds himself a pawn in the plot he never imagined, locked away without witnesses or trial in the dungeon of an island fortress called the Chateau d'If. But unlike the hero of his son's novel, The Count of Monte Cristo, Alex Dumas met no benefactor in the dungeon to lead him to escape or to a hidden treasure. He never learned the reason for his trials, for his abrupt descent from glory to suffering. I had come to Villers Corte to find the truth of what befell this most passionate defender of liberty, equality, and fraternity. In his own lifetime, General Dumas was a legendary figure. Official histories of the period often pause to relate some colorful anecdote about him. David Johnson, in his book The French Cavalry, 1792 to 1815, writes of the general's early career. In addition to being a first-class soldier, Dumas was possibly the strongest man in the French army. In the riding school, he liked to stand up in the stirrups, take hold of the overhead beam, and lift himself and his horse boldly off the ground. A more plausible story that appears in multiple histories relates that he once fought 3 duels in one day, winning all 3 despite being gashed in the head, almost certainly the basis for one of the best known and most comic scenes in the Three Musketeers, in which D'Artagnan challenges Porthos, Athos, and Aramis to duels on the same afternoon. The scene ends happily, all for one and one for all, as a real enemy appears. Alex Dumas first came to the army's attention when still a lowly corporal. He single-handedly captured 12 enemy soldiers and marched them back to his camp. Not long afterward, he led 4 horsemen in an attack on enemy posts manned by over 50 men. Dumas alone killed 6 and took 16 prisoners. As a partisan society journalist in the early 19th century summed up such brilliant conduct on top of manly sociognomy and extraordinary strength and stature secured his quick promotion. It wasn't long before his talents proved he deserved it. As his star rose, Alex Dumas was not one to give orders and then hang back in safety while his subordinates did the dangerous work. He led his troops by going out ahead of them. One of his commanding officers once remarked to him, "My dear Dumas, you make me tremble every time I see you mount a horse and gallop off at the head of your dragons or dragons. I always say to myself, it's impossible for him to return in one piece if he keeps going at this pace. What would become of me if you let yourself get killed?" Even when Dumas became a general, commanding thousands of troops, he always preferred to lead small units on a special operation where he could use his wits and outsized physical skills to prevail. As general, as general in chief of the Army of Alps, roughly the equivalent of 4-star general today, Dumas put on spiked boots and led his men up seemingly impregnable ice cliffs at night to surprise the Austrian battery that seemed as unsaleable as the guns of Navarone. He captured the enemy's material and turned their own guns against them, forcing immediate surrender. He took not only 1,700 prisoners and over 40 artillery pieces from Mount Cenis, the key to the Alps, when they were still both generals in the French Revolution. Napoleon celebrated Alex Dumas' deed in the classical terms favored at the time, proclaiming him the incarnation of Horatis Cosles. Now, you see how Dumas was alongside of Napoleon. But according to Notre Dame and according to the uh, Catholics, they wanted his history removed from the books. An ancient hero who saved the Roman Republic by keeping invading barbarians from crossing the Tiber. French revolutionaries, like American ones, lived in a world of classical allusions. Everyone referred to George Washington as Cincinnatus. Wait, what? They referred to Washington as Cincinnatus. French revolutionaries, like American ones, lived in a world of classical allusions. Everyone referred to George Washington as Cincinnatus. I never heard that before, y'all. So let me see who Cincinnatus is. Cincinnatus. Is this where they get Cincinnati from? Cincinnatus. Oh, okay. So rewritten through the Knowlton technology, George Washington was also Cincinnatus or Cincinnati. Oh, okay. He became the replacement. Okay. All right. So here I learned something new. Here I learned something new. So as this whole time you hear me reading, I didn't say to you I didn't know anything about this story. I just told you that the whole time I thought that the story was a fairy tale. But I mean, if I want to go and say that Knowlton Technologies weave and wove this into a format of history, but George Washington was referred to Cincinnatus is something I never heard. First time hearing that today. Okay, so let me continue. I love when I learn new things. When Napoleon launched the French invasion of Egypt, Dumas went as his cavalry commander. But it was there that the two very different soldiers came to loathe each other. The clash was ideological. Dumas saw himself as a for world liberation, not world domination, but it was also personal. Among the Muslims, men from every class were able to catch a sight of General Bonaparte, were struck by how short and skinny he was, wrote the chief medical officer of the expedition. The one among our generals was whose appearance struck them more was General in Chief of the Cavalry, Dumas, man of color, and by his figure looking like a centaur. When he they when they saw him ride his horse over the trenches, going to ransom prisoners, all of them believed that he was the leader of the expedition. At over 6 feet, with an athletic physique, Alex Dumas cut a dashing figure among the French elite. But how was it that he could enter the elite and indeed be celebrated as a national hero at a time when the basis of French wealth was black slavery in the colonies? The life of General Alex Dumas is so extraordinary on so many levels that it's easy to forget the most extraordinary fact about it, that it was led by a black man in a world of whites at the end of the 18th century. His mother, Marie Cesette Dumas, was a slave, and he himself was sold into bondage briefly by his own father, an aristocratic fugitive who needed to pay his passage back to France. But by the time he was 20, Alex had also made it to France and been educated in the classics, philosophy, fine manners, riding, dancing, and dueling. And see, this is where I say, where from? A life of Parisian parties, theaters, boudoirs ended after falling out with his father, and he enlisted as a horseman in the service of the Queen. In 1786, on the eve of the French Revolution, and when the storm came, Dumas seized his chance and began a meteoric ascent through the ranks of new revolutionary army. Mm-mm. He rose to command entire divisions and armies. It would be 150 years before another black officer in the West would rise so high. The explanation for how such a life had even been possible lie in the other forgotten story that the world's first civil rights movement in the 1750s during the reign of Louis the 15th, a generation of crusading lawyers went up against one of the most powerful interests in France, a colonial sugar lobby, and won shockingly broad rights for people of color. Slaves taken to France from the colonies brought lawsuits against their masters and won their freedom. Compare this with the infamous Dred Scott ruling of the U.S. Supreme Court, which in the 1850s would find that blacks were so far inferior that they had no rights, which the white man was bound to respect. The ruling actually contains language mocking the French freedom trials of the previous century. The French lawsuits were decades later or earlier than the Somerset case, which launched abolitionism in England. With the revolution of 1789, the dream of equality in France suddenly seemed almost limitless. Dumas was not the only black or mixed race French man to rise up. He rode into battle with the Chevalier de Saint George or Saint Jorge's sh- Cavalier de Saint Jorge's, the acknowledged master swordsman of Europe and an acclaimed composer and musician. Like Dumas, Cavalier was of mixed race. His mother had been a freed slave. When the revolution broke out, the Cavalier formed a corps of mounted cavalry known as Legion Noire or Black Legion. The recruited Dumas to be his second in command. By the time he was 31, Dumas had been promoted to general, having earned almost universal admiration from every officer and soldier who fought beside him. A Prussian raised officer who openly proclaimed the horror of Negroes, not to mention an invincible antipathy for Jews, nevertheless wrote that General Dumas might be called the best soldier in the world. Let me read this. A Prussian raised French officer who openly proclaimed a horror of Negroes, not to mention an invincible antipathy for Jews, nevertheless wrote that General Dumas might be called the best soldiers in the world. The story of General Dumas brilliantly illuminates the first true age of emancipation, a single decade during which the French Revolution not only sought to end slavery and discrimination based on skin color, but also broke down the ghetto walls and offered Jews full civil and political rights, ending near universal discrimination that had persisted since ancient times. Now, you see how that was done, right? And that's what they say. And then when you look, they act like it wasn't done or it replayed all over again. And they keep the cycle going over and over. So emancipation and freedom came to the Jews through uh, those like Alexander Dumas. But then you'll have those in their witchcraftery tell you Consider the legacy and have a slave laying under a slave ship and those who wear a fit like Juju, making it seem as if they have all the rights to destroy, ravage, and kill those of different races and kinds for words and land and property. General Alexander Dumas wrote, a French historian at the end of the 19th century, was living emblem in new equality. Much has been made of the beginnings of abolitionism in the British world and the question of equality during the American Revolution, but the life of Alex Dumas shows that it was the French Revolution that was the first unbridled age of emancipation, and its complex web of dreams, there's the web and dreams, and disappointments would underlie the history of freedom and prejudice for the next 2 centuries. This revolutionary age of racial emancipation introduced much of the world to a modern ideas of human freedom. The idea that all men, regardless of religion, race, deserve equal rights, opportunities, respect, but it also spurred the backlash of modern racism and modern anti Semitism, which fused older prejudices with the new political and scientific ideologies. During the days of the terror, Dumas showed a restraint and humanity that could have cost him his command or even his life. At a time when most radical defenders of liberty, equality, and fraternity committed atrocities in the name of these ideals, he never shrank from protecting any victim, no matter what his or her background or ideological complexion. Sent to suppress the royalist uprising in the west of France, the Vendée, the darkest hour of the French Revolution. General Dumas risked his career to oppose the bloodshed he saw all around him. Later, a pro royalist writer would write of this generous Republican that Dumas was one of those rare generals who were always ready to bravely sell their lives on the battleground, but resolved to break their swords rather than consent to the role of executioners. Dumas, the son of a marquis. I told y'all I named my son. That's his middle name. Son of a marquis and of a slave, had the unique perspective of being from the highest and lowest ranks of society at once. A true idealist, he did not cease to espouse his views once they'd fallen from favor. His capture and imprisonment in an enemy fortress where he languished for 2 years until he was released into an even more agonizing labyrinth of betrayal in his own country by his own side, foretold that he would become the ideals of equality and fraternity, especially for France's men and women of color. And Dumas' birthplace, Saint Dominique, would have a violent revolution and remerge as Haiti to be ostracized by white nations and move from the center of the world economy to its desperate margins. The dizzying rise and downfall of General Dumas haunted his son's memoir. I worship my father, the novelist wrote. I love him still with his tender and as deep and true a love as if he watched over my youth and I'd had blessings to go from child to man, leaning on his powerful arm. His father had a fairy tale romance with his mother, Marie Louise Labouette, a white woman from a respectable bourgeois family. They fell in love when he rode to protect her town from violence during the first months of revolution. This is how Dumas' family came to be based on Villers Côte. Marie Louise's father, Claude Labouret, an innkeeper, had grown prosperous from the increased tourist trading and swinging house of Orleans. had attracted to the town, the House of Orleans. Marie Louise, Marie Louise's father only condition for his daughter's marriage was that Dumas, then still a private in the Queen's Dragoons, receive his first promotion and attain the rank of sergeant. When Dumas returned for his fiancee's hand, he was 4 ranks higher. He had Marie Louise. He and Marie Louise would go to have 3 children, of which Alexandre, the writer, would be the last and their only son. In fiction, his father most directly inspired Dumas' novel Jorges, where a young man of mixed race from French sugar colony make his way to writer was only one quarter black, while his father had been half. But attitudes had dramatically sunk since the late 18th century, when his father's African heritage had been object of admiration. The novelist tried to make light of racist insults, but they must have stung. The greatest sin of all, however, was that his father, General Alex Dumas, was forgotten. The son never managed to discover the full truth about his father or to restore his place in the history books. But he avenged his father in another way by creating fictional worlds where no wrongdoer goes unpunished and good people are watched over and protected by fearless, almost superhuman heroes that is a lot like Alex Dumas. So that's it for tonight. That's it for tonight. I'm going to go relax my mind. I'm going to go sip on some tea and relax my mind. I just wanted to send out a message to the French and whatever it is that they planning. Whatever it is that y'all got planned, y'all don't have the last say so. You don't have the last say so. As a matter of fact, I'm not really ready to get off of here. I want to do some globe trotting. You anybody want to hang with me while I do some globe trotting? I'm going to do some globe trotting. Let's globe trot. Let's go over here. Let me get some music playing. Matter of fact, I'm going to go down my little playlist of music.
The imperial globe of a celestial sunrise, the Nephi, 16.7 billion love and light codex emerges, whispering secrets of the universe, hovercrafted from a living tapestry of stardust, shimmers with the faint luminescence of 1,000 constellations. You, the dust of Jew, carved onto the cover in swirling glyphs of pure light. As fingers trace the inscription, a soft melody hums into existence. Each note, a vibrant gemstone plucked from the celestial vault. Emerald sickles their blades home from stardust and moonlight, serve as the sun's musical keys. Release chords, a kaleidoscope of emotions and memory, and bathe in the imperial globe of a celestial sunrise. The Nephi, 16.7 billion love and light codex emerges, whispering secrets of.
I am the Alpha and the Omega, the first and the last, the beginning and the end. I am the root and the offspring of David, the bright and morning star. The Spirit and the bride say, come. He who hears, let him say, come. He who is thirsty, let him come. He who desires, let him take the water of life freely.
Uh-oh.
Behold, I am coming quickly. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the first and the last, the beginning and the end. I am the root and the offspring of David, the bright and morning star. The Spirit and the bride say, come. He who hears, let him say, come. He who is thirsty, let him come. He who desires, let him.
I tell you, I can see changes that didn't exist here.
Rise up, come, let your light shine bright. Reuben, rise up, come, stand up in your might. Canaan, rise up, come, be strong and take flight. Asher, rise up, come, in wisdom's pure light. Rise up, tribes of old. In unity, let the story be told. Rise up, encourage, be bold. In the spirit of the ancients, let the future unfold. Naphtali, rise up, come, swift as the deer. Manasseh, rise up, come, let go of your fear. Simeon, rise up, come, let your voice be clear. Levi, rise up, come, holiness draw near. Rise up, tribes of old. In unity, let the story be told. Rise up, encourage, be bold. In the spirit of the ancients, let the future unfold. Judah, rise up, come, let your light shine bright. Reuben, rise up, come, stand up in your might. Gad, rise up,
come be strong and take flight. Asher, rise up, come in wisdom's pure light. Rise up, tribes of old. In unity, let the story be told. Rise up, encourage, be bold. In the spirit of the ancients, let the future unfold. Naphtali, rise up, come swift as a deer. Manasseh, rise up, come let go of your fear. Simeon, rise up, come let you learn so high. Agi, rise up, come let go of your fear. Rise up, tribes of old. In unity, let the story be told. Rise up, encourage, be bold. In the spirit of the ancients, let the future unfold. Issachar, rise up, come in knowledge you trust. Zebulun, rise up, come be fair and be just. Joseph, rise up, come in dreams you adjust. Benjamin, rise up, come in God is your thrust. Rise up, tribes of old. It's still for your soul. Judah, rise up, come let your light shine bright. Reuben, rise up, come stand up in your might. Gad, rise up, come be strong and take flight. Asher, rise up, come in wisdom's pure light. Rise up, tribes of old. In unity, let the story be told. Rise up, encourage, be bold. In the spirit of the ancients, let the future unfold. Naphtali, rise up, come swift as the deer. Manasseh, rise up, come let go of your fear. Simeon, rise up, come let your voice be clear. Levi, rise up, come holiness draw near. Rise up, tribes of old. In unity, let the story be told. Rise up, encourage, be bold. In the spirit of the ancients, let the future unfold. Judah, rise up, come let your light shine bright. Reuben, rise up, come stand up in your might. Gad, rise up, come be strong and take flight. Asher, rise up, come in wisdom's pure light. Rise up, tribes of old. In unity, let the story be told. Rise up, encourage, be bold. In the spirit of the ancients, let the future unfold. Naphtali, rise up, come swift as a deer. Manasseh, rise up, come let go of your fear. Simeon, rise up, come let you learn so high. Agi, rise up, come let go of your fear. Rise up, tribes of old. In unity, let the story be told. Rise up, encourage, be bold. In the spirit of the ancients, let the future unfold. Issachar, rise up, come in knowledge you trust. Zebulun, rise up, come be fair and be just. Joseph, rise up, come in dreams you adjust. Benjamin, rise up, come in God is your thrust. Rise up, tribes of old. It's still for your soul. Judah, rise up,
come let your light shine bright. Reuben, rise up, come stand up in your might. Gad, rise up, come be strong and take flight. Asher, rise up, come in wisdom's pure light. Rise up, tribes of old. In unity, let the story be told. Rise up, in courage be bold. In the spirit of the ancients, let the future unfold. Naphtali, rise up, come swift as the deer. Manasseh, rise up, come let go of your fear. Simeon, rise up, come let your voice be clear. Levi, rise up, come holiness draw near. Rise up, tribes of old. In unity, let the story be told. Rise up, in courage be bold. In the spirit of the ancients, let the future unfold. Judah, rise up, come let your light shine bright. Reuben, rise up, come stand up in your might. Gad, rise up, come be strong and take flight. Asher, rise up, come in wisdom's pure light. Rise up, tribes of old. In unity, let the story be told. Rise up, in courage be bold. In the spirit of the ancients, let the future unfold. Naphtali, rise up, come swift as a deer. Manasseh, rise up, come let go of your fear. Simeon, rise up, come let truth so high. Agi, rise up, come let go of your fear. Rise up, tribes of old. In unity, let the story be told. Rise up, in courage be bold. In the spirit of the ancients, let the future unfold. Issachar, rise up, come in knowledge you trust. Zebulun, rise up, come be fair and be just. Joseph, rise up, come in dreams you adjust. Benjamin, rise up, come in God is your trust. Rise up, tribes of old. It's silver soul. Judah, rise up, come let your light shine bright. Reuben, rise up, come stand up in your might. Gad, rise up, come be strong and take flight. Asher, rise up, come in wisdom's pure light. Rise up, tribes of old. In unity, let the story be told. Rise up, in courage be bold. In the spirit of the ancients, let the future unfold. Naphtali, rise up, come swift as the deer. Manasseh, rise up, come let go of your fear. Simeon, rise up, come let your voice be clear. Levi, rise up, come holiness draw near. Rise up, tribes of old. In unity, let the story be told. Rise up, in courage be bold. In the spirit of the ancients, let the future unfold. Judah, rise up, come let your light shine bright. Reuben, rise up, come stand up in your might. Gad, rise up, come be strong and take flight. Asher, rise up, come in wisdom's pure light. Rise up, tribes of old. In unity, let the story be told. Rise up, encourage, be bold. In the spirit of the ancients, let the future unfold. Naphtali, rise up, come swift as a deer. Manasseh, rise up, come let go of your fear. Simeon, rise up, come let Trula so high. Agi, rise up, come let go of your fear. Rise up, tribes of old. In unity, let the story be told. Rise up, encourage, be bold. In the spirit of the ancients, let the future unfold. Issachar, rise up, come in knowledge you trust. Zebulun, rise up, come be fair and be just. Joseph, rise up, come in dreams you adjust. Benjamin, rise up, come in God is your thrust. Rise up, tribes of old. It's still for your soul. Judah, rise up, come let your light shine bright. Reuben, rise up, come stand up in your might. Gad, rise up, come be strong and take flight. Asher, rise up, come in wisdom's pure light. Rise up, tribes of old. In unity, let the story be told. Rise up, encourage, be bold. In the spirit of the ancients, let the future unfold. Naphtali, rise up, come swift as a deer. Manasseh, rise up, come let go of your fear. Simeon, rise up, come let your voice be clear. Levi, rise up, come holiness draw near. Rise up, tribes of old. In unity, let the story be told. Rise up, encourage, be bold. In the spirit of the ancients, let the future unfold. Judah, rise up, come let your light shine bright. Reuben, rise up, come stand up in your might. Gad, rise up, come be strong and take flight. Asher, rise up, come in wisdom's pure light. Rise up, tribes of old. In unity, let the story be told. Rise up, encourage, be bold. In the spirit of the ancients, let the future unfold. Naphtali, rise up, come swift as a deer. Manasseh, rise up, come let go of your fear. Simeon, rise up, come let Trula so high. Agi, rise up, come let go of your fear. Rise up, tribes of old. In unity, let the story be told. Rise up, encourage, be bold. In the spirit of the ancients, let the future unfold. Issachar, rise up, come in knowledge you trust. Zebulun, rise up, come be fair and be just. Joseph, rise up, come in dreams you adjust. Benjamin, rise up, come in God is your thrust. Rise up, tribes of old. It's still for your soul. Judah, rise up, come let your light shine bright. Reuben, rise up, come stand up in your might. Gad, rise up, come be be strong and take flight. Asher, rise up, come in wisdom's pure light. Rise up, tribes of old. In unity, let the story be told. Rise up, in courage be bold. In the spirit of the ancients, let the future unfold. Naphtali, rise up, come swift as the deer. Manasseh, rise up, come let go of your fear. Simeon, rise up, come let your voice be clear. Levi, rise up, come holiness draw near. Rise up, tribes of old. In unity, let the story be told. Rise up, in courage be bold. In the spirit of the ancients, let the future unfold. Judah, rise up, come let your light shine bright. Reuben, rise up, come stand up in your might. Gad, rise up, come be strong and take flight. Asher, rise up, come in wisdom's pure light. Rise up, tribes of old. In unity, let the story be told. Rise up, in courage be bold. In the spirit of the ancients, let the future unfold. Naphtali, rise up, come swift as a deer. Manasseh, rise up, come let go of your fear. Simeon, rise up, come let true love so light. Adi, rise up, come let go of your fear. Rise up, tribes of old. In unity, let the story be told. Rise up, in courage be bold. In the spirit of the ancients, let the future unfold. Issachar, rise up, come in knowledge you trust. Zebulun, rise up, come be fair and be just. Joseph, rise up, come in dreams you adjust. Benjamin, rise up, come in God is your trust. Rise up, tribes of old. It's silver soul. Judah, rise up, come let your light shine bright. Reuben, rise up, come stand up in your might. Gad, rise up, come be strong and take flight. Asher, rise up, come in wisdom's pure light. Rise up, tribes of old. In unity, let the story be told. Rise up, in courage be bold. In the spirit of the ancients, let the future unfold. Naphtali, rise up, come swift as the deer. Manasseh, rise up, come let go of your fear. Simeon, rise up, come let your voice be clear. Levi, rise up, come holiness draw near. Rise up, tribes of old. In unity, let the story be told. Rise up, in courage be bold. In the spirit of the ancients, let the future unfold. Judah, rise up, come let your light shine bright. Reuben, rise up, come stand up in your might. Gad, rise up, come be strong and take flight. Asher, rise up, come in wisdom's pure light. Rise up, tribes of old. In unity, let the story be told. Rise up, in courage Manasseh, rise up, come let go of your fear. Simeon, rise up, come let you learn so high. Agi, rise up, come let go of your fear. Rise up, tribes of old. In unity, let the story be told. Rise up, in courage be bold. In the spirit of the ancients, let the future unfold. Issachar, rise up, come in knowledge you trust. Zebulun, rise up, come be fair and be just. Joseph, rise up, come in dreams you adjust. Benjamin, rise up, come in God is your thrust. Rise up, tribes of old. It's still for your soul. Judah, rise up, come let your light shine bright. Reuben, rise up, come stand up in your might. Gad, rise up, come be strong and take flight. Asher, rise up, come in wisdom's pure light. Rise up, tribes of old. In unity, let the story be told. Rise up, in courage be bold. In the spirit of the ancients, let the future unfold. Naphtali, rise up, come swift as the deer. Manasseh, rise up, come let go of your fear. Simeon, rise up, come let your voice be clear. Levi, rise up, come holiness draw near. Rise up, tribes of old. In unity, let the story be told. Rise up, in courage be bold. In the spirit of the ancients, let the future unfold. Judah, rise up, come let your light shine bright. Reuben, rise up, come stand up in your might. Gad, rise up, come be strong and take flight. Asher, rise up, come in wisdom's pure light. Rise up, tribes of old. In unity, let the story be told. Rise up, in courage be bold. In the spirit of the ancients, let the future unfold. Naphtali, rise up, come swift as a deer. Manasseh, rise up, come let go of your fear. Simeon, rise up, come let you learn so high. Agi, rise up, come let go of your fear. Rise up, tribes of old. In unity, let the story be told. Rise up, in courage be bold. In the spirit of the ancients, let the future unfold. Issachar, rise up, come in knowledge you trust. Zebulun, rise up, come be fair and be just. Joseph, rise up, come in dreams you adjust. Benjamin, rise up, come in God is your thrust. Rise up, tribes of old. It's still for your soul. Judah, rise up, come let your light shine bright. Reuben, rise up, come stand up in your might. Gad, rise up, come be strong and take flight. Asher, rise up, come in wisdom's pure light. Rise up, tribes of old. In unity, let the story be told. Rise up, in courage be bold. In the spirit of the let the future unfold. Naphtali, rise up, come swift as a deer. Manasseh, rise up, come let go of your fear. Simeon, rise up, come let your voice be clear. Levi, rise up, come holiness draw near. Rise up, tribes of old. In unity, let the story be told. Rise up, in courage be bold. In the spirit of the ancients, let the future unfold. Judah, rise up, come let your light shine bright. Reuben, rise up, come stand up in your might. Gad, rise up, come be strong and take flight. Asher, rise up, come in wisdom's pure light. Rise up, tribes of old. In unity, let the story be told. Rise up, in courage be bold. In the spirit of the ancients, let the future unfold. Naphtali, rise up, come swift as a deer. Manasseh, rise up, come let go of your fear. Simeon, rise up, come let you learn so high. Agi, rise up, come let go of your fear. Rise up, tribes of old. In unity, let the story be told. Rise up, in courage be bold. In the spirit of the ancients, let the future unfold. Issachar, rise up, come in knowledge you trust. Zebulun, rise up, come be fair and be just. Joseph, rise up, come in dreams you adjust. Benjamin, rise up, come in God is your trust. Rise up, tribes of old. It's silver soul. Judah, rise up, come let your light shine bright. Reuben, rise up, come stand up in your might. Gad, rise up, come be strong and take flight. Asher, rise up, come in wisdom's pure light. Rise up, tribes of old. In unity, let the story be told. Rise up, in courage be bold. In the spirit of the ancients, let the future unfold. Naphtali, rise up, come swift as a deer. Manasseh, rise up, come let go of your fear. Simeon, rise up, come let your voice be clear. Levi, rise up, come holiness draw near. Rise up, tribes of old. In unity, let the story be told. Rise up, in courage be bold. In the spirit of the ancients, let the future unfold. Judah, rise up, come let your light shine bright.